Welcome back to Omni Garage. So if you remember from quite a few videos before, the last time we had a chair in the shop was because we were using a Ryobi sawzall to chop it up. But hopefully we're not going to chop this chair up today.
No.
We're going to clean it with that thing.
Yeah, we're going to get it looking really good. So Ryobi have sent us their new 36 volt power washer, pressure washer. And we're quite excited to try this out because it's going to mean that we don't need mains power in order to utilize this. Still going to draw water from a main source, although this does have a pretty nifty feature where you can siphon. So I think for us, where this probably is going to get used is not to wash the car. It's probably to wash things like bikes, to do maybe outdoor furniture.
Or your lawnmower.
Yeah, just odd bits around the property where you don't want to have to worry about dragging a power cord out to.
And where you don't want too much pressure.
Yeah.
Because this is not going to draw very much pressure. We're not going to be into the 1000 PSI like we are on a pressure washer. And so I think you're right. Just for small cleaning jobs is where you're going to use this. Or somewhere where, you know, you just wanted to pull it out, give it a quick wash, and maybe where you weren't too worried about having a whole nifty setup like you've got over there.
Yes, I mean, we typically use a Karcher system, which is pretty much permanently plugged into the wall over there. We've got to bring mains water into it, which is easy the way we've got it set up. But I mean, this is fantastic. You know, if we had a bike that we wanted to clean out here, just in odds and ends, lawnmower, I think is a great example.
Yeah.
Because you can take this somewhere where you're prepared to get your ground dirty as well. You can do it on the grass if you need be. So we'll crack into this and then we'll show you a few different use cases where you might find this handy to have around the home.
Why don't you get me a knife?
Skin wedge tool is all we need.
All we need, you reckon?
It's the most versatile tool.
Alright, so that's inside the box. It's actually pretty well packaged in there. This I would guess is going to be our wand. A couple of utensils there, instructions, handle. What else we got? That's our end nozzle. A couple of jets on there. Nice little bag. That's quite cool actually, because the most annoying thing is with these things is hoses, right? So on the big pressure washer over there, where do you put your hose? Keeping it in a bag is a good idea. Oh wow. That battery cage is actually pretty substantial. Although the 36 volt battery is quite big compared to the 18 volt one. So in this bag is our siphon kit, and also it's got attachments so that we can siphon water out of a drink bottle. That's pretty nifty. And we've got a handle attachment that's going to go on the front of the tool like so. And that's just going to create a little bit of ergonomics and also help you hold the tool like that. Because I would imagine by the time you get a 36 volt battery in here, that is actually going to be pretty heavy. Now to attach the wand, this just all clips in really nice and easy. So we've got some arrows there that we line those all up with. And then we can attach our nozzle on the end here as well. There we are. So pretty simple assembly there, and at the bottom is the cage. That's where our 36 volt battery is going to be housed, and it's going to keep it nice and safe and waterproof.
Okay, so we just got to open the cage here, and then we can insert our 36 volt battery inside there. Clicks in, and that closes up, so we're not going to get any water on that. And then what I quite like is the water inlet on here is not plastic. You've got a nice fitting there. So then we can simply attach our hose and then we are good to go. So on the top of the machine here, we've obviously got the handle, which just makes holding this with two hands a bit more ergonomic. You've got 3 different settings on the actual nozzle itself. So you've got rinse, you have turbo, and you also have a 15-degree spray pattern. And then in addition to that, what you have on the back of the tool is a mode switch. So you can cycle through 3 different settings, and that will adjust the flow rate that you're getting from the brushless motor. And then you've also got a lock here, so unlocked and locked. So when that is in the lock position, you can't use that trigger. So and right now we have this nozzle set to rinse, and I've got it on speed 1 on the back here. So this is what you're getting on 1 on rinse, 2, and then 3, back to 1. Then if we move it to the 15-degree, speed 1, 2, 3. So you definitely get a bit more pressure there. And then if you dial this up to the turbo mode and we go speed 1, 2, 3. This is where you're going to want to use this tool the majority of the time. This is where you're getting the optimal PSI from the brushless motor. So what we're going to do, we're going to show you 3 or 4 uses of this tool. We're going to start where we perceive to be the easiest and then work our way up to what we think is going to be the hardest. So the first thing that we've got to try this on here, and this is blowing out freezing cold air on me, is the top of this heat pump unit. So as you can see on the top here, not really dirty, but you do have a bit of mold growing on there. So we'll see if we can blow that off. Now what we're going to do, we're going to put this in turbo mode. Might show you speed 1, but I think we're going to need speed number 3 in order to remove this. Yeah, so that's 1. We're not removing it. 2. We're not removing it. So we need to dial up all the way to 3. As you can see on the top of here, we've removed some of the mold. You really do need to get very, very close in order to remove something. So I have left like a little bit here just to show you. You literally have to get your nozzle in at that close in order to remove it. So a small area like this is still going to take you a bit of time to work on. We'll move around, we've got something else to show you around the back. What I like about this is we've come around the back side of the property here, and if we were using a traditional pressure washer that's plugged into mains power, it would have been a bit of a mission to unplug that, drag it around. With this, it was simply take out that. We've found another water source here, we can hook it back up. And then what we are going to try and clean here is a bit of dirt, build up on the trampoline. So again, we've got this in turbo mode, speed setting 3. It's actually done a really good job removing that. Pretty much that first pass, we've got most of it. If we kind of open that up there, we've got a bit more in the crack, so we might just hit that again from a slightly different angle. That's done a really good job cleaning up that trampoline.
Okay, so we're stepping up a little bit. We've got some outdoor furniture here. Now this has sat out in the weather for a good couple of years. I've never water blasted it, but you can see we're starting to get some mold build up here and there. We'll see if we can clean up. There's a bit of mold around the back here, a couple of cobwebs.
Turbo mode again.
Yeah, turbo mode.
Mode 3.
So usually when I have like people coming around and you haven't used outdoor furniture for a while, I usually quickly give it a bit of a wipe down. You can see here a whole heap of cobwebs and stuff get built up in here. So instead of me grabbing my cloth, I just get this thing, just give it a quick blast down, and I think it does a pretty good job. Real simple, real easy. Sometimes you have like bird droppings on the seats and stuff, so I think this is where this tool really does shine in small jobs like this.
Now this type of area here is something that you traditionally pull out your gas powered or your electric pressure washer, and you would use something like a surface cleaner attachment in order to work an area like this. So obviously we've got a lot of runoff here into the drain, and over the course of a few months of winter it's turned quite green, the concrete. So it'll be really interesting to see if this can knock out at least the majority of that patch that we've got right there. Again, we're going in turbo mode, setting 3.
And And so then once you'd finished doing all your cleanup, you can see I've sprayed all that dirt and grime out this way. This is when you'd change your nozzle into your rinse mode, and you'd come back and you'd rinse that all back down into the drain. Okay, so if you were like me, I used to live in an apartment 15 stories up and there was no water supply, and so if you wanted to clean your deck or anything like that, then this is where this siphon kit could really help you out. You could fill your bucket up from the kitchen sink and you could siphon the water out for your pressure washer. Also, I guess if you were somewhere where your hose didn't reach and you needed a water supply, this could be an option. And also, when you've got water restrictions where you can't use mains running water to use it, then this could possibly get you out of jail a little bit. So that is a couple of use cases that Omni Garage have thought quickly about where we could use this tool. Now, I think the perfect person that would want this is if you were like a mountain biker and you brought your dirty mountain bike home, you put up against a fence like my neighbor. I think he would really benefit from using this tool to clean the mud and stuff off his bike. Maybe if you had a lawnmower, that's an also nice spot for that. And you saw around there on the other side there on little small patios, we managed to move a little bit of dirt and grime. Where I don't think you want this tool is if you were going to clean a large area like this. So this is where you would use a high pressure washer and you would use one of those surface scrubbers to try and remove the dirt off here. I don't think you want this tool to clean your car either. We did try it on the back of the car there and it just wasn't quite good enough. So you want to use this tool in very small, light jobs, and I think it's totally perfect for that. Another really good advantage of this is that it can siphon water out of a bucket. So if you were, I suppose, precious for water, then this would be the tool for you. At $369, I don't think it's a bad buy from Bunnings. And this is skin only, so it doesn't come with a 36-volt battery, so you've got to keep that in mind as well. So we've made a lot of videos on Ryobi tools, and if you're interested in seeing what other type of tools we've made and our thoughts on those, go back, flick through the channel and have a look at those. Subscribe to the channel so you get updated on when we're releasing more videos. But that's it from Omni Garage. Thanks for watching.